Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis IV with me, Alpha Pi Omega, Meiou Taxes 3.0 and Novgorod. So we have won a war against Muscovy and the Great Perm, taking a bunch of their provinces. However, they did what I was afraid of, and that is they annexed completely. Well, no, they didn't. They still have Suzdal here, Nizhny Novgorod, and they stole some very valuable provinces from Tver. So we grew stronger, but they grew stronger as well, so not a great development. I wanted to ally with Ryazan, but I can't because they are currently being invaded by White Horde. So if they actually annex them, that's going to be a bit of a problem. We're running out of allies here, really. We have Karachev here. Karachev, Novosil. But Karachev is also independent, isn't it? Yeah, Karachev is also independent, but this is Novosil, and we could probably get an alliance with Vorotinsk here, but I was hoping that we might be able to get them with Tver or someone, but as these alliances are still in effect, but they have been turned into one province minors, these are actually not gonna happen. So I think what we could do here is I could just guarantee Nizhny Novgorod, and I could guarantee Tver, and basically have them as allies for, well, not allies, but protect them in case Muscovy decides to invade them. We could get called into the war, but there's a question if that is worth it. That is a question if that is worth it. It might be just better to straight up get an alliance with Vorotinsk. Though they are a one province minor, they are in the same place as, yeah, okay. So let's get an alliance with you. And we don't really have, well, we could get one more relation. The nations around us fairly like us, so I think I'm gonna these provinces are completely worthless. They had us due to aggressive expansion. So I'm just gonna wait. Well, I don't think that there's any chance this is gonna work. So let's just put. You hate me. Pskov would become a tributary if we ask them to. And they are allied with Muscovy and Lithuania, so that's not going to happen. I was hoping that we could just ally them and have a secure border, but I guess not. That's not going to happen. Okay, so I'll keep that last relation to see what's going to happen here after Ryazan is... Wait, you're fighting with Tarusa as well? Yeah, there are... Damn, the White Horde is just coming. And they're also fighting with Hungary. And that's kind of cool. Well, at least they're not falling apart as they usually did fairly early in the game. So we'll have them here. I think I'm gonna turn off some of these forts. We don't need the one in capital in Zavoloshiye, which is now, you know, deep within our territory. We're finishing a fort in Vyatka, so that's where we are going to hold the fort up. And I'd like to get a fort in Yaroslavl when we can get it there. Which is not gonna take a whole lot of time. 1493. We don't have one in Torzhok, do we? Nope. Okay. So yeah, the map is being redrawn, and it's gonna come to a final showdown between us and them. I think that once we get them cored, we're gonna start getting way more in the land force and naval force limit, or so I hope. We also need to get a bit more in manpower. As far as technology goes, we're looking forward to the munitions armor, but 800 is quite a lot. We also want to finish the plutocracy, so what are we looking at here? Mercenary relations, available mercenaries 25%, merchants from trade centers, okay. Oh, holy hell, I did not notice that. Look at that, we get 2 new merchants. Cool. And that's gonna be even increased by the plutocracy ideas. So, where are we going now? So we got Rusland and Baltic Sea. We got Ruthenia, Dniester and Vistula, and Central Steppes. I think Black Sea is the next logical step. What is the... Sort by our country. We have 7 Caucasus? Really? Oh no, okay, that's just... Okay, so Black Sea is the next logical step, and then is the question whether we're gonna go with Caucasus, or we could go with Hansa, I guess. Let's look at the total trade power. So Hansa is definitely a go. We got Dniester, Mr. Ruthenia, so you're going there and you're going to Black Sea, which is here. And I think that once we get more merchants here, we might even go further. Though I don't know how much we're gonna go here. I have half a mind of embargoing Muscovy at this point, but it would probably hurt both of us. Can we even do this? Issue embargo? No, we can't embargo them while we have a truce. Oh, okay. 18th of June, 1390. We have a couple of things to go over. First of all, my list of allies has grown to Pskov. Now, they won't help me against Muscovy, but they might protect me in case they declare... Well, actually, no, they're no longer allied with Muscovy, so they potentially could help me. That's good. Good to know. They have alliance with Lithuania and us, so good on that. I also asked Vorotininsk, Novosil and Tarusa, all of our allies, to transfer us trade power, and I want to ask Pskov to do that as well, but so far they would not accept. We're just barely there. We'll see. I started improving relations with them. We got another 18 more. I can just lay a guarantee on all of them later on, which kind of works. However, we are a bit over our diplomatic limit. So what I want to do here is I'm going to leverage the nobles and ask them to provide me with help regarding the relations. So that's gonna give me +2 diplomatic relations and +20% on improved relation. That, however, is lowering our relation with the nobles, so we'll also need to support them, and I think that a strategic marriage here would be pretty good. Or we could just hold a grand celebration, which I think is actually not a bad idea. Could we also get the strategic marriage? Sure, let's do that. So we wasted a bit of money on them and they are happy now, plus we should be... Wait. Is that gonna go away at the end of the month? Or is that broken? We'll just have to see. But so far it just not look good. Okay, that actually looks like I found a bug. It does not work that. Okay. Good, so we found a bug. But hey, you know, we theoretically done that. I'm gonna just hold on to the rations like that. It's not a bad thing. I also moved the merchant from Hansa to the Caucasus because that's where he can do something for us. Elsewhere, we didn't do much. We're making one... Oh, okay, we're making Nero a ducat. Because we're getting quite a lot of penalty for that extra unit. All of this because of the overextension that we have. Or I guess so. Plus because of the unrest in our provinces. Which is actually quite high. Can't say it's too bad, but it is bad. Novgorod, on the other hand, is kind of stable. We are coring the new places. They will be all done in 1393. And I think that's about the time when the truce is going to end. No, actually, we'll have 3 more years. Okay, so I'll invest in that fort in Yaroslavl. Though I'm not entirely sure if it's gonna hold. Vyatka is almost done with the fort. It's gonna be done in a month. So I think at this point we could just drop all of the forts if we wanted to, but you know, it's a show of force. We don't know what the Cowardly, Great Perm and Muscovy are planning, so we'll just keep it up. For the future plans, I just want to finish coring right now, get a bit more stability. We're still at +1 stability. And then we'll see how it's gonna go. All of our provinces are Orthodox, that's good. But the reach of White Horde is actually spreading. They got parts of Hungary? I think this is part of Hungary. It was part of Hungary, but Hungary probably stole it from Moldavia. It's been quite some time since I last saw White Horde actually penetrating Europe. They're not doing that good. They might need a bit of a buff. There's some wasteland here. Ryazan lost the war and they became a vassal of White Horde, which does not bode well for us. We might get into a conflict with them very soon, but as their technology is kind of abysmal and we are doing better and better, we might get the cannons soon. I'm confident that we'll be okay. The plutocracy ideas will need to be extended, and we are, marching towards the level 12 in technology. So I don't know. Maybe, honestly, I am tempted to go with aristocracy. Oh, our leader Roman III passed away, so we could get a bureaucratic candidate, a diplomatic candidate, or military one. I think bureaucratic candidate is good. Yuri III Turov can begin a new alignment or continue with the current leadership. Stay with our court. Let's continue with the current alignment. I think that going with naval might not be a bad idea because we will like to support our merchants, and to get to the merchant marine you need... you do need naval. Okay. And we also need it for exploration because, we will eventually... Oh, architectural visionary. Okay, that's good. So we will definitely eventually need to start colonizing. Relations with Pskov has been improved. So let's just put... I can invite someone. Tver would join my trade league. What would that mean for me? Each member agrees to transfer trade power to its leader. When the must have at least -50 prestige. To continue leading trade league. Can lower our diplomatic relations, but trade power would be plus 25%. Maybe later. So the burden of taxation is going. Let's finish talking about this thing we call ideas. So naval would be good, I think. Naval production increased, naval material stockpile speed increased, naval attrition lowered, safe harbor. Okay, that's pretty good. Patrol of the seas, trade power increased for ships. Naval leader maneuver increased. Skilled shipwrights. Naval force summit increased by 3. Shipbuilding time 1 and global ship repair increased by 5%. And national naval material modifier plus 10%. When fully unlocked, you gain the following additional benefit. Ship can repair when in coastal sea zones. Okay, so I think that's actually a pretty good thing for us. The bureaucracy ideas would be good too, but I don't think bureaucracy is that strong now to warrant that. And I think this general speaks volumes for us. So let's focus on naval next. I think that's good. Later we can take the mercantilism or free trade. And like culture, Russians are very cultured people, or they used to be. Whether it seems like that or not today, when you speak with Russians, they are all quite cultured people. So let's just put our diplomats one on allies and one on threatening countries. We should deal with the White Horde, shouldn't it? Yeah. Well, the Russians and White Hordes are going to be fairly good, so we probably won't have to fear them much. It's 31st of January 1393, and we can do a couple of things. First of all, we can now take the next plutocracy idea called mercenary relations, which will give us available mercenaries plus 25%. Not exactly something I prefer. I rarely use mercenaries, but you know, we don't know what's gonna happen. Merit in wealth is gonna be something different though. Merchants from Trade Center plus 50% is awesome, and National Unrest -1 is also awesome. I don't know how exactly it is calculated, but I expect we could get 2, maybe even 3 merchants. We'll see, we'll see. We get some bonuses that I am not entirely sure about. Oh, I don't know what happened here, but we were able to get the translated classics, which we can't anymore. But we could get the munitions and armor. I think that might be worth it, considering that that our dearest enemy Muscovy is, well, they are behind us 2 tech levels, and having guns in the form of massive mortars, bombards, massive bombards would be beneficial to us. But what do we know? I'm gonna unpause this. We should be able to get it in the next, yeah, now we can get it again. Translated classics. So let's get it. We'll be ahead for next 11 years. It increases our administrative efficiency by +5. Increased literacy led to more scholars rediscovering ancient texts and translating them into the vernacular for public consumption. In this way, many classics once far lost were produced once more. And you know what the hell, let's get the munitions as well. Munitions armor was low-grade plate armor that was cheap enough for infantry to purchase, allowing for ordinary soldiers to act as heavy infantry. So siege ability +5, land morale increased by 0.2, infantry shock by 0.25, and we can get bombards. Oh, you're not drilling because we have a new leader. I forgot about that. Okay, so this guy is not a great general, but he's gonna be fine. And I want to see how it works with the bombards. Okay, they also cost only 1. It's actually pretty good. We're back to 6, and I think it's gonna increase massively when we finish coring during this year. Yeah, mostly in September. One of the provinces will be done in March. I actually don't know why that is. Maybe because it doesn't have any unrest. The rest, what do we know? I also got 152 gold, which I'm saving because we got an architectural visionary, and I think that we might do our first investment into something. Okay, Poshekonia is now our core. I was looking at Vyatka, thinking that we might go with Garrison here. Garrison would increase our local fort level by 1, and it costs only 100 gold, so that's not that bad. You could do the same thing maybe in Kakisalmi or Izhora if I want. Oh wait, Izhora already has that. Garrison rank level 2. So that increases exactly how? Local unrest -4, fort level. Okay, do we need 2 of those? I have garrison somewhere level 1. No, okay. Local unrest level by 2, fort level +1, hostile movement -15. Well, here it's -4, hostile movement 3, but fort level +1. Okay, so Izhora has that. I have a, Sweden is still very hostile to us, so I'm thinking that we might want to, improve the forts in here and here. We got... Oh, we do have garrison here, and we also have a fort there. And we do have garrison here, and we also have a fort here. So I don't think they can cross here. So to secure the border, we really just need to improve Karjala. And that way we would have the entire border fortified in case of a war with Sweden. And then we could just forget about them. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Did anything change for us? Nope, not yet. But do we want to do that? That's a question. That's a question I'm not entirely sure about. Free tenancy, however, I am sure about. We want that, and we're gonna pour all of our military and diplomatic technology into plutocracy and naval ideas. Now, I don't know if we can colonize here. Arctic tundra is a wasteland. Yugrado could be colonized. Vogel is a wasteland, but we could move on here towards Ural. Udmurtia and Lugovie, Chermisia are also up to grabs. So it might not be bad. What is this? Terrain, infrastructure, population, trade. Will these people produce something? Not entirely sure. Some tinker people here. Wait, military, I haven't checked that. Spending 2.3, training, peasant levy, size and skill, interesting. So we could grab 3 provinces immediately. And if we conquer Great Perm, then we could get 4. Plus, these ones. I wasn't even speaking about those. Karjala is a wasteland? Yeah, okay, so we got 1, 2... Okay, then we would need to fortify those as well, but create like a set of borders. But I think Yaroslavy is a bit more pressing for us right now, because... Okay, let's focus on Yaroslavy first. We don't have any defense... Oh, we do have a fort... No, we don't have a fort there. But we do have some defenses here via garrisons. So fortifying Yaroslavy and making that a local strong point against Muscovy is our top priority, and we're gonna deal with the border with Sweden. Okay, we have just gained the cores to the rest of the provinces, and now they are ours. So without further ado, we're gonna start building a castle in Yaroslavy, as was mentioned, and we can create a state here. So let's do that as well. And we can then core all of them. So what kind of technology? Okay, state roads. We don't really want those. We want the plutocracy. So let's look at... Okay, the recalculation didn't take place, hopefully. But our over extension is 0 now, which means we are earning 1.29 gold. Okay, so this entire territory is now considered our core, and I'm happy about that. I wanted to point out some interesting things about the world as an ending. First of all, Fez is doing really good. They conquered most of Aljazair, or all that I can see, actually. Yeah, they're gone. and they conquered some parts of Tunis too. I don't know, are they allied? No, they have a truce, so they were fighting each other. So Algezair might as well be gone. There's no change between Aragon, Castile, and France and Aquitaine, so that's good. And Brittany has still all of its provinces, so maybe France will be kind of a weak wing in this one. We'll see. Ottomans are growing and they're at war with the Romans again. And as it seems, they are actually sieging Constantinople. It is a level 7 fort. And they have 15,000 men. So I guess they regiments needed, yeah, 14. So they might annex them. So the fall of Constantinople can happen. I checked also that there was one more thing. There's not much happening in the Holy Roman Empire. Bohemia is still the emperor. They get some imperial authority. Things are looking pretty good there as well. So that's all for this episode, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. I'm starting to feel slightly more ahead of the curve. I don't fear Muscovy that much anymore, and I'm hoping that that feeling of dread is now moving towards them, because they fucked up. They attacked us, and now we are going to bring the war back to them. And as I say that, I mean we are going to burn Muscovy to the ground for the Republic.